Hi, Kevin Lentz, the pastor of Trinity Badger Ranch, and I want to thank you for joining me for my devotion. This being Monday, I do a sermon recap of the sermon I preached yesterday in worship, and the text was Jeremiah 1, verse 5, which we will get to in a minute. I began by talking about the fact that every day is a gift, and we should realize that every moment God gives us, we're thankful for. The lives we have, again, what a blessing. So I also began by talking about that the basic gifts that we have, like every breath, which we may not think about, is a gift. Every blink of an eye, which our eyes need, is a gift. Every heartbeat, heart's working well, that's a gift as well. Didn't talk about, but did mention that we have all these organs, and if there's not a problem with them, we're great. But we go to the doctor, something goes wrong with them. Talked also about the gift of sleep. That we spend maybe like a third of our lives sleeping, at least a quarter of our lives sleeping. And that's a lot of time if you put it all together. Then also I mentioned how our bodies are made of water. So such simple things, we give thanks for all of that. But I then talked about how life itself was a gift and it's ours to live. God gives us this. We can make the most of it or make the least of it if we want. We can do whatever we desire to do, follow whatever paths we want, but it is a gift God has for us. So we can act, speak, think however we want because those are our mouths, our thoughts, things like that. So we have this life God has given us. Then that brought us then to the Old Testament reading in the text, Jeremiah 1, verse 5. And that reads, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." I talked about that before we were conceived, God already had the conception in his mind of our existence. So I asked the question then, how close does God want to be with us? And how close is God with us? That before we're even formed in the womb, we are known by God. Then verse 5 continued, "Before you were formed in the womb, I set you apart." And that's pretty phenomenal, that God already had a plan for us before we were even conceived, way before we were born. But God had a plan, a drive, a mission for us, whatever that might be, because he was so close to us. So how close are we making ourselves with God? I then talked about the fact that God is the Father of all. God is the Father of all. Even those who reject him, who deny him, he's still their Father. That doesn't prevent him from being their Father and him still loving them. He sent Jesus for all. He feeds all. Everyone is well taken care of. People who may deny God, reject him, believe in false gods, God still sees himself as their Father. They don't see him as their Father, but God is still their Father. That's why he cares for all people. Then I talked about the fact that God truly is pro-life. We know that to be absolutely true because why wouldn't the creator of life itself be in favor of life? Why wouldn't the giver of life be in favor of life? Why wouldn't the protector of life be in favor of life? Why wouldn't the one who gives us advanced years, people living many years? It's a blessing, such a gift. That's from God, because God is indeed the giver of life, and what a blessing that is, because God is indeed on the side of life, being pro-life himself. And he makes it very clear again and again in Scripture. We're thankful for that. I close with a simple thought that Michael Levy had an expression. He says, "Life is a gift. Enjoy the present." I like the double entendre in that, the present of it is truly a gift, and enjoy the present, enjoy the moment, because God's given you every moment. We are blessed to be the people of God, and God has given us his Son to guide us and lead us in this life, but also take us to the next life in heaven by his side. So life is a gift from God, and we give thanks to God for it. So thanks for joining me here today, and I'll have another devotion later this week on the Psalms. God bless. Bye-bye.